is this building information modeling and why people keep talking about it so much? What's this hype all about, right? So we are going to be discussing about that. So first thing you have to know, it's a process, right? So that's the keyword here. It's a process. It's not a software. A lot of people think that BIM is a software, and if I somehow magically learn that software, I'm going to make a lot of money. No, that doesn't happen. BIM is a process. It's a 3D model based process. It definitely works on software tools, software applications, but it's not just a software, right? Microsoft Excel is a software. BIM is not. BIM is a concept. It's a process, right? So what's the use of this process is the fact that it provides insight, right? So that you can plan, design, construct. You can do anything that you want, right? But then whenever you want to like physically construct and execute a construction project, right? So I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of interior designers here, there are a lot of architects here, there are a lot of civil engineers here. Most of them are civil engineers. So everybody who belong to such categories, we all need to work in the construction industry, right? So that is our industry, that is where we belong. So in the construction industry, all these years, right, we used to have a traditional way of designing things and traditional way of executing things. But now, of late, in the last 20, 30 years, what's happened is the fact that the competition is high, right? And as a result, a lot of these companies, right, all of these companies, big multinational companies want to save money, right? So all of you are right. So all these companies want to save money, and as a result, to optimize the costs, right, what they've done is instead of directly trying out things on site for the first time, they have adopted this entire process called as virtual design and construction. Virtual design and construction. So it's virtual design and virtual construction. So the process of somebody actually trying to design and construct a facility, a building, even before it has actually physically started. So this process is called building information modeling. So I hope I was able to define what is BIM, right, in an easy, simple manner. So even before we actually start the construction, when we virtually design it using softwares, and when we construct the whole thing virtually inside our computers, we are going to actually find out a lot of problems. So what are the advantages? All of that we'll discuss, right? So if you understood what I said in the last 2 minutes, type yes. Let's see how many people understood what is building information modeling at least. So if you did not understand, type no, that's okay, I'll repeat. All right, everybody seems to have understood. That's fantastic. Basically, the process, again, let me just give you a repetition. The process of me trying to actually physically build my project, I'm actually going to virtually build it, right? Design and build virtually. That's basically the process of building information modeling, right? So these uses software, and there are multiple disciplines, so we are going to discuss all of that. So fantastic, guys. Everybody who's responding, perfect. So what is this building information modeling? It's a digital representation of the physical characteristics. Very simple, right? There is a physical characteristic. Now I'm wearing a coat here. I am using a phone, but this is a physical representation. This is a physical representation, right? So this phone is probably 10 centimeters long, 5 centimeters wide, and I don't know, 8 millimeters thick or something like that, right? Now these are the physical characteristics, but when I actually do the same thing virtually on a computer system, this is called a digital representation. So BIM is nothing but a digital representation. It's that simple, right? But you can ask me, sir, how is it different from a 3D model, right? People used to do 3D modeling in the last 20, 30, 40 years actually, right? The first time somebody made a 3D model was back in 1970s, right? So how is it different from just a 2D drawing or just a 3D model? Why do we need building information modeling? What is this information model? It's very simple. The fact that people can share this knowledge and they can multitask, they can coordinate with each other, right? And they can collaborate. Multiple teams sitting in multiple places, they can collaborate and make use of this, and they can change the project information from wherever they are sitting, right? So they can alter the functions depending on their skill and ability. That's what matters, right? So let us say an architect who is the best architect in the world, he or she is working in somewhere, say London, right? Somewhere, say Spain, a European architect. European architects are some of the best in the world. So a European architect sitting in somewhere in Europe, and the project probably is happening in India, and the consultant of this particular project maybe travels from Nigeria, right? So there are like 3-4 countries which are working on a large scale project. So how do we make sure that information, the flow of information, is easy to all the stakeholders? So that's the reason why we needed, with 3D modeling, we needed information to be modeled. The flow of information had to be very easy, and that's the reason why this whole concept of building information modeling has started, right? So how is it different from just a regular model? There's one exciting thing that has come up, that is flow of information, which enables higher coordination and communication between different teams, right? So now this can be used for design analysis, schedule simulation, time, cost management, facility management. Don't worry, we'll discuss about all of this, right?